So I am once again here in Las Vegas. This is actually my third time this year. I shouldn't say I rarely come to Vegas. I usually come here once a year. However, this time it just happened to happen that way this year, where my sister had a bachelorette party because she got married, and then also we come for a hockey tournament. This time I'm here for a conference, so I'm here all by myself. Solo trip to Las Vegas, although I will tell you that I actually have this conference is going to take up most of my time, so I don't really plan on leaving the building at all. So I wanted to show you the Venetian as somebody who is probably not going to experience the rest of Vegas. What can you do in this building that is all kind of encompassing? So I'm going to show you around the Venetian, and I'm going to show you kind of everything it has to offer. So I am here at the Venetian once again. I was here just a couple months ago, and this room is slightly different, but I just wanted to show you kind of what it's like, where it's actually pretty similar. So I did already unpack already, just so you know, so it's not completely clean, but these bathrooms are pretty big, especially if you're staying with somebody. So there's a separate shower and bathtub, separate bathroom over here, which is nice, and a nice big counter. You come out here, plenty of mirrors too, which I like, especially if you're staying with somebody where you don't have to wait really for the bathroom to do your makeup. You can just go do it somewhere else in the room. So this one is a king bed. The last one, if you check my my last video about the bachelorette party in Vegas, I had a 2 queen beds. Nice big closet, plenty of hangers. I always run out of hangers in hotel rooms, so that's pretty nice as well. And then they're all suites. So what that means is you're either gonna have a king bed or you're gonna have 2 queen beds, but then you also are gonna have this living room. And again, I've been working, so just ignore my mess. But you have these 2 chairs, and then you also have a fold-out couch. So when I was here last time, we had 5 people. We didn't have 5. We were thinking about having 5 people in a room because there's 2 queen beds and a couch. I mean, really, you could have up to 6. They do charge you if you have additional people in the room, but really, it's not too bad. It's pretty big, and if you're trying to save money. I wanted to show you this specifically because on the other side, my last video had a strip view. This one, I was kind of just like cheapest, quickest one. I did actually get in here at 10 a.m., which is really, really nice because I got here at 8 a.m. and my conference starts at 11, and it was nice to get in here. This view, clearly not as nice as my last one. You can see the rest of the Venetian, and I believe this is the Palazzo right there, and then a couple other hotels. And they're clearly building the Death Star over there. And then the mountains. It's actually kind of nice to see the mountains. So this is the Venetian King Suite room. It is pretty nice. You know what? I never have a bad experience at the Venetian. I would always recommend it, especially if you're trying to find a large room for a lot of people. This one really, I mean, you're not going to pay more for a suite because they're all suites. I do hear that the Palazzo is also really nice as well. If you're staying at the conference, I think it's actually a little bit closer to the conference grounds. So I think that might be the conference grounds over there, and that's where I'm headed now. However, it's all pretty nice. So I would definitely recommend staying at the Venetian when you come to Las Vegas.
The Venetian Las Vegas was built in 1990 on the site of the old Sands Hotel and is 36 stories high. The Venetian is the world's 2nd largest hotel with more than 4,000 rooms and a 120,000 square foot casino. There are a ton of food options at the Venetian, both restaurants in the hotel and the Grand Canal Shoppes. There's everything from bakeries to fine dining, including Italian, oysters, steakhouses, bar food, and plenty more. Just know that if you get to the Venetian past noon or so, the lines are super long at the front desk, but at least there's entertainment for you. You can always check in online, and in theory there's a separate line for you to pick up your keys if you do it that way.
All right, so I mentioned this in my last video, but one of the most important things to know about the Venetian is there is no coffee in the room. And to me, that is almost a deal breaker, except for this place is pretty nice. There are a couple coffee shops in sight, but I will show you the lines are long because there is no coffee anywhere else, which is, it's just interesting they would not have more coffee shops when, you know, they don't have any coffee in the rooms. So just a reminder too, I did not stay at the Palazzo, but there is the Palazzo here. The rooms are a little bit newer and they're very similar otherwise, so there's always that option.
The Venetian and Palazzo both have casinos with table games, slots, poker, a sports book, and more. I'm not much of a gambler, so I can't really review this casino, but it seems pretty big and nice.
So the Grand Canal Shoppes are one of the main reasons to stay here at the Venetian. There is kind of like a little shopping mall. There's also tons of restaurants down here, and also there are, of course, the gondola riders as well.
The Grand Canal Shoppes at the Venetian has indoor canals where gondolas take people around the mall and is home to more than 140 stores, including designer and upscale boutiques. As of 2008, the mall had 20 million visitors a year.
I think I might be lost. I've been wandering around for a while and I can't figure out where I'm going.
One of the best things about the Venetian is the gondola rides. There are indoor and outdoor rides, but just be aware the lines to get on are very, very long.
Right, I didn't even think about it till now, but I haven't gone outside since Tuesday. This is kind of how they get you. I have been in a conference all week and I have not left the building, so it's nice to get outside. There is a little bit of outdoor space, a little bit more than other hotels, I think. They have this nice St. Mark's Square kind of plaza, which is, you know, not quite like Venice, but it's close-ish.